A few thoughts on digital editing in films. I think that digital editing is killing the art of score composition in films. Back in the day, and up till maybe 10 or 15 years ago, composers wrote to what was called a locked picture. So the likes of Dmitri Tiomkin, Miklos Rozsa, Bernard Herrmann, Maurice Jarre, Jerry Goldsmith, John Williams and James Horner would all receive what was called a locked picture. So the director and the editor would get together with the film hanging round their necks and a pair of scissors, and they would put it together and deliver that to the composer, who could then write a piece of music to something that wasn't going to change. Nowadays, directors can virtually edit a film on their wristwatch on the beach on the weekend, and they do. So there is no longer any such thing as a locked picture. Here's a CD of a film that I played on in 1988. The film was called Willow. The music was by James Horner, and I'm looking at the cues. There's a cue that's 18 minutes and 11 seconds long. There's one that's 11:55, there's one that's 10:47, and all of these cues were written to locked picture, and they were conducted to picture by Mr. Horner live with the London Symphony Orchestra. You just don't do that now. There's a new method whereby, I won't mention any names, but there are certain stables of film composers who put together a kind of 20-minute demo of musical material and give it to the composer, not the composer, the director, who can then play with it. Like he plays with the editing of the film, and he can think, well, I like this bit, so I'm going to put that there, and I like that bit, so I'm going to put that there, and then he will get back to the head of the film composing stable and say, okay, I've finally decided what's going to happen, and I'd like a 5-minute cue here and a 6-minute cue there, and this one has to be a love scene and that one has to be a battle scene, and blah blah blah. And then the head of the composing stable will then delegate the composition of these various things to his stable underlings. I can't think of another way to describe them. Some of them will specialise in love music, others will specialise in battle scenes, but no one is ever going to write an 18-minute and 11-second cue and conduct it to picture again, I don't think. I did a film earlier this year with James Horner where he did do that. He had the big screen on in Abbey Road and he conducted everything to picture, and it's a dying art, and I blame that on digital editing.